Hello there, and welcome to Enjoy Wellness. My name is Nia. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. As always, blocks are nice to have for support, but not necessarily needed. Remember, this practice is always yours, so you can use any other props and make any adjustments or modifications throughout the flow that you may need to make it more suitable for you. In today's flow, we will explore a few warrior poses, cultivating strength, stability, and focus in your mind and body. Practicing warrior poses presents an opportunity to embody resilience and determination. It's a reminder to show up as the best version of yourself, the most grounded version of yourself, and not letting your struggles or past define who you are in this present moment. So as you settle onto your mats, you can find easy pose or any comfortable seated position. Soften your gaze or maybe close your eyes here and begin deepening your breath, bringing your focus and awareness here onto your mat. Breathing in through your nose and fully exhaling out through your mouth. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. I invite you to give your undivided attention to your practice here for the next 30 minutes. Allow yourself to embrace the challenges that may arise on your mat. Give yourself grace. Tell yourself that everything will be okay. Everything will happen just as it's supposed to. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead, bringing your palms together. And exhale, bring your palms down to your heart center, settling your intention here. Again, inhale and reach your arms up overhead. Now grab onto your left wrist with your right fingertips and exhale as you reach towards the right for a nice side body stretch. Staying rooted through your sit bones, breathing in and out through your nose. Inhale, coming back through center, grabbing onto your right wrist, and exhale, reaching over to the left. Gently pressing your right knee and hip down to stay grounded. On your next inhale, come back up through center and reach your arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers to make a fist. And as you inhale, bring your shoulder blades together behind you, lifting your chest up towards the sky, reaching your fist towards the ground, breathing space across your heart center. Breathing in through your nose, maybe out through your mouth. Now reach your fist over to the inside of your left hip and hug your left elbow in towards your side. Drop your left ear over towards your left shoulder, feeling a stretch along the right side of your neck. Relax your shoulders and allow your head to hang heavy here. Your next inhale, bring your head back up through center and reach your fist over to the right. Again, hugging your elbow in close to your body. As you exhale, tilt your head over to the right to shoulder. Slow, deep breaths, releasing any tension you may be feeling with your exhale. Now bring your head back through center into a neutral position and release your hands out in front of you. You can plant your hands down onto your mat. Shift your weight forward and uncross your feet, coming into tabletop position. Stack your hips directly over your knees and shoulders over your wrist. Spreading all 10 fingers wide. Let's take a few rounds of cats and cows. On your inhale, drop your belly down towards the mat as you gaze up at the sky. Exhale, press into your palms and round your upper back, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Again, inhale for your cow pose. Slightly bend into your elbows as you drop your belly and lift your gaze. Exhale into your cat, rounding through your shoulders, sending your belly in towards your spine. Take a few more rounds at your own pace, flowing between these two poses, really connecting with your breath, any movement that feels good to you as you inhale for your cow and exhale into your cat. Take one last round, then come into a neutral tabletop position. Extend your right leg straight behind you, tucking your toes into the mat and begin to rock back and forth, pressing the ball of your foot into the mat, feeling a stretch in your calf. Kickstand your left foot off to the side towards the long edge of your mat. Release your right heel down. Ground through your left hand and reach your right arm up towards the sky for gate pose. You can gaze up at your fingertips here. Deep breath in. On your exhale, press into your grounded palm to lift your upper body, extending both arms out wide. Turn your toes to face the back of the mat, bend into your right knee as you gaze over your right fingertips, settling into a modified warrior two. Deep breaths here. Start to notice how your hips are feeling as we warm up with these modified poses. Release your right hand down to the inside of your foot. Left arm reaches high for a modified extended side angle. Maybe gazing up at your fingertips here if you can. Pressing the back of your arm into your knee. Deep breath in here. On your exhale, press yourself back up. Arms extended wide. And release your hands down towards the top of your mat and come back into tabletop. Feel free to take a round of cat and cow here if you need it. Maybe shifting your hips side to side. Returning into your neutral tabletop position. This time extend your left leg back, pressing into the ball of your foot as you rock front to back, stretching out your calf. Kickstand your right foot over towards the long edge of your mat, releasing your left heel down parallel with the short end. Ground through your right arm as you reach your left arm up and over towards the top of your mat for gate pose. Staying strong, staying steady. Press into your right hand to lift yourself up, arms extended wide. Your left toes turn towards the back of the mat, gazing over your fingertips, settling into our modified warrior 2 again. Reaching your left arm forward for a little deeper stretch. Release your left hand down to the inside of your foot. Right arm reaches up. Again, pressing the back of your arm into your knee to keep your hips open here. Inhale deeply through your nose. We gaze up at your fingertips as you exhale, soften into your bended knee. Another deep breath in here to lift yourself back up. Cartwheel your hands towards the front of the mat and come back into tabletop. Take another round of cats and cows if you feel called to. You can shift your hips side to side or maybe find a quick child's pose. Now come into a cat pose, really pressing through your palms, rounding your shoulders and your upper back to create space for your right foot to step forward in between your hands, coming into a low lunge. Adjust your foot as needed to make sure that your knee is aligned directly over your ankle. Once you've established a steady foundation, inhale and sweep your arms up overhead. Sink into your lunge on your exhale, sending your hips forward, allowing your shoulders to relax down and away from your ears. On your next inhale, reach your fingertips high. As you exhale, send your hips back, straighten out your front leg and fold forward, releasing your hands down to either side of your front leg, coming into a half split. Allow your upper body to hang heavy here for a moment. Keep your hips squared, facing towards the top of the mat. Plant your front foot, bend into your knee as you come back into your low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. On your exhale, cactus your arms out wide, squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you, letting out an audible sigh. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, release them down, framing your front foot, and slide your right knee back to meet the left in tabletop. Take a moment to reset here. And come into your cat pose, pressing away from the ground, this time stepping your left foot forward in between your hands. Checking to make sure that your knee is stacked directly over your ankle. Sweep your arms up overhead and exhale as you relax your shoulders away from your ears. Settling into your lunge. Feeling the stretch in the front of your right hip. Reach your fingertips high. Exhale as you straighten out your front leg, sending your hips back and folding forward over your left leg. Flexing your toes up towards your face. You want to think of sending your left hip back and right hip forward here to keep your hips square. We're here for one more round of breath in and out through your nose. And begin to walk your hands forward, bending into your left knee, coming back into a low lunge. Send your hips forward as you sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms, lifting your chest up towards the sky. Inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. As you exhale, release them down towards the top of the mat. Stepping your left knee back into tabletop position. Taking a round of cat and cow. Finding some hip circles if needed. And tuck your toes into the mat. Press into your palms as you lift your knees and send your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Reach your heels down towards the ground. It's okay if they don't fully touch the ground yet. It's still early in our practice. Continue to press your shoulders out away from your ears, belly towards your thighs. You can pedal out in your downward dog, bending into one knee and then the other. And find stillness in your downward dog. One breath in and out through your nose. Now gaze forward in between your hands at the top of the mat, pressing into your shoulders like we did in cat pose, making room to step your right foot forward. Your back knee stays lifted this time. Release your back heel down, turning your toes out slightly towards the long edge of your mat. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, coming into Warrior One. Keeping a comfortable bend in your front knee. Similar to our low lunge, both hips are facing towards the front of your mat. Shoulders should be relaxed, down and away from your ears. Allow your body to settle into the pose with each exhale. Begin to open up to the left, coming into Warrior Two. Both arms are extended long. Gaze over your front fingertips as you sink into your bended knee, reaching towards the top of your mat. Lifting your chest nice and proud. Reaching your shoulders down and back. Noticing your strength within this pose. Release your right forearm onto your front thigh. Reach your left arm up and over towards the top of the mat. Gaze up underneath your left arm, coming into extended side angle. Again, keeping your chest rotated up towards the sky. If you like to go a little deeper into the pose, release your fingertips to the inside of your right foot. Or maybe find a block there, pressing your palm down into the ground for your block. Another deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, press into your grounded palm or forearm to lift yourself back up into Warrior Two. Both arms extended wide, reaching towards the front and back of your mat. Inhale and reach forward, flip your front palm face up towards the sky. Exhale, reach your arm back into a reverse warrior. The left hand may rest on your back leg. Maybe wrap around your lower back for a bind. Keep a comfortable bend into your knee as you begin to feel a stretch all along the right side body. Release your left arm. If you took a bind, you can reach both arms out wide, coming into Warrior Two once more. Then release both hands down the front of your mat. Spin your back toes forward, coming into a runner's lunge. Now is a good time to grab onto your blocks if you like to use them as we transition into our balancing pose. So you can plant your hands on the ground or on your blocks on their medium or tall side. Find a spot out in front of you to focus your gaze. Begin to shift your weight forward, pulling your chest towards the top of the mats. And lift your back leg up off the ground as you straighten out your front leg, creating a capital T shape with your body. Take your time. Steady your breath, keeping your gaze out on your drishti or your focal points. If you like to challenge yourself a little bit more, you could begin to float your fingertips up off the ground or off of your blocks. Maybe bring your palms together at heart center. Keep pressing your back heel up towards the sky. You got this. You are strong. You are resilient. Take one more big deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, slowly release your back foot down onto the mat, coming into your runner's lunge. Send your right foot back to meet the left and send your hips up into downward facing dog. Take a breath here, pedal out through your feet. Shift your hips side to side if you need to. Relax your heels down, finding a moment of stillness, slowing your breath. Remember to give yourself grace as we explore these new and or difficult poses. Alright, let's flow on the other side. So gaze forward, pressing into your palms, making room for your left foot to come forward. Right heel finds the ground, toes point out at about a 45-degree angle towards the long edge of your mat. Check to make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale and reach your arms up overhead. Exhale as you settle into your warrior one. Staying strong through your bended knee. Sinking your hips down a little lower towards the ground. Steadying your breath. Turn and open up to the right. Extend both arms out wide. And gaze over your front fingertips for warrior two. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you to keep your chest lifted. Breathing in and out through your nose here. Slow and steady. Pressing into the outer blade of your back foot for stability. Release your left forearm down onto your front thigh for extended side angle. Right arm reaches up and over. Remember, you can stay here or release your left palm down onto the ground or onto a block to the inside of your left foot. Inhale, reaching your fingertips long. On your exhale, press into your grounded hand to lift yourself back up into warrior two. You can readjust your footing as needed. And checking alignment of your knee and your ankle. Reach your left hand forward, flip your front palm face up, and reach your arm up and back for reverse warrior. Again, your right hand can rest on your back leg or find a bind wrapping behind your lower back. Really lean into your bended knee as you reach back. Inhale yourself back up into warrior two. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the front of the mat, coming into your runner's lunge. Your hands can find the ground or your blocks here, and we'll explore warrior three again. So take a breath, find your drishti, your focal point out in front of you that remains steady. Begin to straighten out your left leg, lift your right leg high, sending your heel up towards the sky. It's okay to keep a slight bend in your standing leg. Remember to take your time coming into this balance. Embrace the shakes and wobbles. You have options here. You can keep your hands or your fingertips planted for more support, or you can bring your hands together at heart center. Whatever works for you. This is your practice. Remember to honor your body and its limits. here for one more deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, slowly release your back foot down and step your left foot back to meet the right. And one last downward dog. Pedal it out. Or shift your hips side to side if you need to. And when you're ready, we'll find a child's pose. So drop your knees down onto the mat. You can bring them a little bit wider than hip width distance if this is comfortable for you. Bring your big toes to touch and send your hips back towards your heels. Settling into your child's pose. You can walk your fingertips forward towards the top of the mat. Release your forehead down. Relax your shoulders. And let out a nice long sigh here. Allowing your body to melt onto your mat. Release any lingering tension you may still be holding in your back, your hips, or your shoulders. We're going to take one last shoulder stretch today, finding thread the needle. So lift into your fingertips and reach your right arm underneath the left, palm facing up. Rest your right shoulder onto the ground as you gaze up underneath your left arm. Take your time easing into this pose. You can keep your left arm extended up overhead for a deeper stretch, or you can walk your hand in closer to your face. Your shoulders are still feeling a little tight. Press into your left palm to come out of the stretch. Release your right arm up towards the top of the mat. And then reach your left arm underneath the right this time. Again, palm facing up. Right fingertips can stay at the top of the mat or walk back a little closer towards your head for supports. Deep breath in and out through your nose here. And press into your grounded hand to lift yourself up. You can find another child's pose or any last stretch your body may be calling for. Begin to lift yourself up if you took a child's pose, and we'll meet in a comfortable seated position to close our class today. Take a few rounds of deep breaths here. Nice and slow, in and out through your nose. Returning to the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice today. Notice how your energy has changed. Notice how your body is feeling now compared to when you started this flow. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Maybe gazing up as you bring your palms together and exhale them down into your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. Thank yourselves for showing up and taking this time for you. May the strength and confidence that you have cultivated on your mat follow you throughout the rest of your day. Until next time, namaste. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this flow. Feel free to leave a comment as well. Let me know how you're feeling. I'd love to hear from you and connect with you there. And please subscribe to the channel to stay informed and connected when more classes drop soon. Bye.